Hey there, Scorpio. Welcome to reading for the next 3 months, April through June, quarter two, whatever quarter it is, who cares? You start off with this card that says, hold your vision, and this other card that says your commitment is being tested. And this is coming up in your current general energies. So, I kind of get the feeling here, Scorpio, that you need to not give up on something that you're working on for sure. So again, especially if you're working on like a side hustle or if you're working on improving your finances, I'm getting, this could be love, but for some reason I'm getting finances. That's like what's popping into my head. I almost feel like some of you, could be sitting on like a golden egg, basically, is what I'm trying to spit out here. And, I really feel you need to not give up on it. It's like you need to keep you need to keep sitting on your egg. Your egg just hasn't hatched yet, and you just need to not give up. You even have this persistence card right here, and the persistence card basically says do not give up. So, you have a lot of abundance already showing up here in your reading, Scorpio. So, I think it's really important that whatever you're working on, that you keep pushing, that you don't stop, because I feel like there is going to be a lot of success coming in for you in whatever it is that you're working on. So I definitely like to see that. You start off with the Knight of Wands here, and the Knight of Wands can represent inconsistent, in and out energy. There's no doubt about it that you could have dealt with a person who is inconsistent. You have the Seven of Swords, Devil, Ten of Swords, Five of Cups here. The good news is that the Seven of Swords and the Devil are showing up in the area of the good stuff. So it is going to be good no matter what. But I do feel, this could be like you seeing someone getting their karma, you getting the truth of a matter, or whatever the case may be. But I do feel like maybe you dealt with inconsistent energy. Outside of that, I really feel that we are in a time of building. So anything you can do to build your dream, whatever that is for you, I would do it. The Knight of Wands, he's like the true builder in the tarot. He just needs to commit to his journey. You have the Four of Wands. Four Wands, of course, could be marriage, but the Four Wands can also just represent committing to something, which I feel is what's going on here. It's like, could there be love? There is love showing up in this reading. So if you want love, I feel that there could be a solid connection. Although I'm not so sure it's going to be like a major super focus for you. Again, we're going to clarify. We'll find out. But, again, I'm not so sure that it's like at the front of your mind. Maybe it's more kind of like in the background. If it happens, it happens type of energy. But, I do feel this is more you committing to something that you're working on so that you can become successful. So if you're working on projects or businesses or side hustles, anything like that, I think could lead to a lot of success and probably create more freedom for you. The Four of Wands really is a card of freedom and being set free. You also have the Sun, best card in the tarot. So the Sun makes the whole entire reading a little bit more positive. And, so again, I think that things could be going really well for you. It's also interesting that we go Sun, Ten of Swords to the Empress here. The Sun is kind of like a glow up. The Empress is kind of like a glow up. It's funny that I literally said to Cancer, Cancer had something about glow up. Pisces had something about glow up. I said to Cancer, I bet all three water signs will have something about a glow up. And really, if we look at the astrology, the reason I say this is because I really feel it's time for water signs to shine. It is time for you to, put your ideas out into the world. It is time for you to help guide people. Like, I believe water signs are here to help guide people through the next 20 years or so. And so, but this could be through being an inspiration, you doing things that are hard to do. And when you do something that's hard to do, you give permission for other people to do it. And so that's how you could be kind of having a glow up here. And, I would just work on any of those things. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Seven of Cups. It's pulled in many different directions. So again, I feel it's time for you, Scorpio, to focus and to bring your focus in to one idea. Seven of Cups is all the good things and all the bad things. You could be thinking about doing something in your life, and it's you're seeing all the good and all the bad. But the Seven of Cups says, well, that that could always be true. There can always be good or bad things that happen in anything that you're doing in life. But you need to kind of find out. I always look at the Seven of Cups as him dreaming of these options that he has, but he has to bring it down to earth, and he has to manifest what he's working on earth so that he can actually find out what's going to happen. Right now, he's just dreaming. Right now, he's just saying to himself, oh, if I start that business, it could fail, or I could end up a millionaire, and then I would do all these things. He's dreaming about all the options, but he just needs to find out. It's so I feel whatever you're working on, it's time to find out. With the Four of Wands, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of expansion. And I do feel that you could be expanding. These people are celebrating on the other side of the Four Wands here. And the Four Wands is a portal card. You have to step through that portal so that you can get to the other side so you can have a celebration. So I feel for a lot of you, this is kind of like saying, what are you waiting for? You know, Three of Wands is my card that says you have the opportunity to create a celebration in your life. And we're going to find out how, hopefully, in just a minute. But you need to kind of take a leap of faith with the Three of Wands. With the Sun, you have the Nine of Pentacles, which you have twice. The Nine of Pentacles is pre-Empress energy. The Nine of Pentacles is also a card of your skills. She has these grapes behind her, and grapes in the tarot represent something that is difficult to grow. They represent kind of having the skills to grow something that is difficult to grow. So I kind of feel you have the skills, talents, gifts, skills, and abilities necessary to grow something that is hard to grow. But I feel like you have to kind of like get to work here, Scorpio, and make something happen. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this enlightenment card and this leadership card. Again, I feel the type of leadership that Scorpio and all water signs have to take is like you just living and doing something that you dreamed of doing. And by doing that, just by doing it, you really don't have to do anything else. Then you are being an inspiration to other people. And that's probably the most spiritual thing that you could possibly do, you know, over the next like 20 years or so, is to just be an inspiration to other people. Do something that is hard, because again, then you show other people that it's possible. And I feel like that's kind of what you're doing here with this energy. I also do feel some of you could be stepping up into leadership positions. You have the Nine of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Six of Cups. It is kind of weird. Like, I don't feel like, I feel like you've healed from something that was maybe a stabbing moment, or you've been through something difficult or challenging that like changed your life in some way, and like maybe someone backstabbed you or someone left you out in the cold or whatever. And I kind of feel like you're healing past that, and you're, you know, again, pre-Empress energy, then you have the Empress. So, you know, it's kind of like you're having your glow up after, you know, having been through something that was very challenging. The other thing that I will tell you is that the Nine of Pentacles is about your environment, the energy that surrounds you. That could be literally your home, but it could also be just the people, the places, the things that you surround yourself with. And the Nine of Pentacles says, you know, make sure to surround yourself with things that make you feel positive, that make you feel like you're growing, because again, if you do that, then you will with the Nine of Pentacles. And that's the whole point here. The Ten of Swords can represent something being dead, done, over with. I do feel like there has been a difficult ending maybe over the past couple of years. For some of you, I feel it was with a person who did you dirty maybe. For others, it could just be a difficult ending that you've experienced. Could be anything. The good news is that the Ten of Swords, he's making a symbol right there with his hands, and the symbol kind of represents a blessing. It's the same symbol that the Hierophant is making on his card. So, you know, it kind of represents a blessing or receiving some sort of blessing in disguise. And I do feel that you are now seeing the blessing in something that you've been through, because you have the Empress right here. And, you know, again, definitely a difficult ending, but I feel like you're coming through it. You have the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can represent thinking about the past. You know, it's a card of innocence and nostalgia, but really the Six of Cups to me can represent a turnaround. You know, usually I say that the Six of Cups can be a gift from the universe. And again, usually the gift we receive is obstacles being removed from our life. So I feel for a lot of you that you could be overcoming some obstacles that you've been experiencing, but let's see. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Six of Cups. Six of Cups, again, is a turnaround. So, like I said, I feel there could be a turnaround. If you are looking for love, there could be a very solid connection coming in for you. So, there could be... nothing is really standing out to me yet as far as like a sign is concerned, but I do feel like this could be like a very childlike connection, like very playful, fun, lighthearted. That does not mean that it's not serious. I just think that, you know, it's maybe a little bit lighthearted. There could also be children involved here. So either you or your person has children, maybe you're worried about that. I wouldn't worry about it here, you know, just based off of everything else that shows up here, but, you know, there could be like children involved. With the Ten of Swords, you have the Five of Cups. Again, I feel like you need to let go of regrets here, for sure. The Five of Cups says that you are grieving the loss of something that you no longer enjoy. I'm going to show you on the big version so you can see it. But he's grieving the loss of wine. You know, the story of the card is that he has lost his taste for wine. So wine used to bring him joy, but it doesn't anymore. But if he were to turn around, he would see these two cups, this bridge and this castle. So he wouldn't just get the two cups, he'd get the bridge and the castle as well. So I feel for some of you, you could still be grieving the loss of something that you don't even want anymore in your life. That's the whole point of the Five of Cups, is that he doesn't even want it. He doesn't even want that wine. Even if those cups were full, he wouldn't take them, you know? So he's just kind of grieving the idea that the wine once brought him joy. So there's definitely like some sort of ending here, or something that you need to bring to an end. With the Six of Cups, you do have the Knight of Swords. I would be careful of a past person here, especially if you have a past person that you know is going to trigger you or something like that. Maybe you need to block this person or do whatever you can to prevent this person from rushing in to your life here with the Knight of Swords. For some of you, I feel if you're going through something with a past person like divorce, custody, whatever, you know, this person could be being a real, you know, pain in the butt. So I feel that, you know, again, but you could be, it looks to me like you're kind of getting out of this situation, or you will be. You have the Nine of Wands to the Devil. And again, this is showing up in the area of the good stuff. So it seems to me like you could be kind of bringing an end to a difficult person, you know, a difficult situation. Next, in the area of what's coming towards you, you have a spell work card. It says use magic spells or your manifesting power is strong. So I definitely feel that you should be using your powers of manifestation, Empress, to get what you want. You have this persistence card. It says your persistence will pay off. Do not give up. Foster the persistent mindset. Stay focused and press on through. Yes, I definitely feel that you are working on something that is going to improve your life significantly, and I would keep working on it, whatever it is, especially if you're like working on a side hustle, or you know, even if you're just doing something for fun, or, you know, you could be doing something to improve your health. I would just keep doing it, because you will get results. You have the Empress, the Five of Cups, and the Nine of Wands. The Empress, of course, is abundance coming in for you, or, you know, success coming in for you as well. I also feel that you are kind of glowing at this time, so I would get out there. I would get as much attention as you possibly can on whatever it is that you're doing at this time as well. You know, the Empress is all about getting attention, standing out. But I do feel like you're very attractive at this time, Scorpio. It doesn't matter what gender you are, so I would do whatever you can to stand out. I also feel it's like you have the power to create a lot of abundance. You know, all she has to do is wave that scepter that she's holding in front of her, and that wheat in front of her grows. So she's literally able to create a harvest out of nowhere. And I kind of get that feeling for you, where you could be working on creating a harvest. You have the Five of Cups again. Definitely, we already talked about it. Time to let go of something that you've been holding on to. The solution to the Five of Cups is gratitude. It's like once you are grateful for what you have, then you will start manifesting, you know, this over here, the castle, the bridge in the castle, or more. So, you know, I would let go of the past. You have the Nine of Wands. This is definitely a card of perseverance or persistence. You know, to me, perseverance and persistence are basically the same thing. So, you know, I feel for a lot of you, this is saying, like, definitely do not give up. Keep trying. You know, he's kind of on his last leg there. You know, he has one more wand left, and he's willing to kind of try something one more time. So I definitely feel that for a lot of you, this is saying give something one last shot, whether it's your business or, you know, it could even be love, for example. So maybe you need to give love one last shot or whatever. But, you know, again, I feel it's worth it with the Nine of Wands. But let's see where this is going. With the Empress, you have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is about walking away from things that no longer serve you. This card is also the only card in the tarot that has an eclipse. We have an eclipse season right at the beginning, you know, March 25th. If you're watching this probably before the 25th, then we have an eclipse on the 25th. We also have one on April 8th as well. So again, right at the beginning of this quarter, we have an eclipse. And, you know, they're both pretty positive eclipses. I think that you could just be cutting things out of your life, clearly, that no longer serve you right here. So, you know, this is obviously going to be a good thing. When we lighten the load, when we get rid of things that we no longer need, we can have a glow up with the Empress. Look at this. With the Five of Cups, you have the Emperor. So there could be an Emperor that's just like waiting for you here, but I feel like you have to release the past to have it. So, you know, again, if you're one of those Scorpios looking for love, I feel this is all about kind of releasing some situation from the past so you can find your like true Emperor, your true Empress, you know, take it how it resonates. For others, I feel like you already have released it, and, you know, this is just a person that's going to be coming in for you. So love it. Definitely could be a divine counterpart. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Chariot. Yeah, taking control. It's almost like you're starting to believe in yourself more is what I feel here. And the Chariot is about leaving behind the familiar. You know, he's leaving the city behind him behind, and he's doing this to set himself apart. And we have a lot of this energy in the astrology in general. You know, I think it's an amazing time for everyone to set themselves apart. We have Pluto going into Aquarius, and officially be a move in Aquarius to stay in November. It's retrograding one more time into Capricorn, and then officially moving in November. Did I say September? I meant to say November. I have no clue what I said. And again, anything you can do to set yourself apart, make yourself unique, make yourself stand out, to get positive. We're talking about getting positive attention here as well. Any of those things will just lead to a victory. Again, I also do feel that if you're moving, or if you could be meeting a person like by moving or through a move, or someone could be like moving to where you live. So if you're looking for love, that could be your divine counterpart. Could be coming in through like a move. In the area of the good stuff, you have this higher power card and this breathe card. I think you're seeing how the universe has your back, basically. And the universe is saying, take a deep breath, right? And, I think you're seeing how the universe is supporting you and guiding you. And I feel like you're finally getting the proof, almost, that the universe is on your side, or that the universe has your back, and you're actually seeing the evidence. You have the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and the Devil. Even though this is showing up in the area of the good stuff, 2 sevens to me is internal fears that don't exist, so definitely time to let your fears go. But the Seven of Swords and the good stuff, personally, I think the Seven of Swords is a good card anyway. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be positive no matter what. So, yes, it can represent trickster energy, lying, cheating, stealing, but really, the Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. He is stealing those swords from an army that's in the background here, and he's doing that so he doesn't have to go to war. So it can represent, kind of like doing something so that you don't have to go to war, or, coming up with a better way to do things. And, showing up in the good stuff, this would tell me that whatever you're working on in your life, especially, I keep getting side hustle. So, any of you that have like a side hustle or anything like that, again, if you're working on those types of projects, I feel like you're finding better ways of doing things, and it's probably leading to faster success. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is being spoiled for choice. It is kind of interesting. Like, I feel like some of you are making changes that are increasing your options in life, which is great. You could be increasing your financial options. You could be increasing your options in, business, or in your health, or any other area of your life. And, obviously, I feel like that's going to be a good thing for you with the Seven of Cups. I do feel like that you have a lot of options at this time. So, there you go. I thought I was going to get more there, but I'm really not. You have the Devil here. Again, this is showing up in the good stuff. So I do feel like some of you are eliminating something that is toxic from your life. Could be a person. For others, the Devil can represent expressing your creative energy. These people have animal horns on their heads, and the animal horns represents like our baser instincts. And I always say with the Devil, we need to bring our ideas from like root chakra up to our head so that we can express them into the world. So you could literally be birthing a new idea into the world that could be very successful. You have the Empress, the Emperor, even outside of love, those two can say that you're taking action on something, you're birthing something new. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Four of Cups. Again, this is coming up in the area of the good stuff. Normally, I would say that the Four of Cups is kind of like a disappointment, but again, it's showing up in the good stuff. So I feel like you're not going to be disappointed. I feel like you are actually getting, this right here. It's like he's manifested these 3 cups, but he's getting this one last cup right here. So I kind of feel like you're getting one last offer, or, you're getting something that is not going to disappoint you if you have received offers in the past that have disappointed you in any area of your life. Are you kidding? Look at this. You start and end with the Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands together right here. So again, this could be love coming in for you. There could be a person that you're already attracted to, or you already have your eye on. And it's kind of funny because this is telling me that you could be kind of, locking this person down. It could be a fire sign. Could be any sign. Could be a person who has like fire in their chart or something as well, is what I'm getting. With the Devil, you have the Page of Wands. I think you're going to have to go on an adventure to be with this person. It's kind of weird because, I'm going to tell you what's popping into my head is like going on tour with like a rock star, I'm not saying that's what that you're attracting a rock star, but it's almost like you're attracting a person who, I don't know if they move around a lot necessarily, or there's like some sort of adventure attached to this person. Like maybe just dating them would be an adventure. So that's definitely popping into my head. You could be attracting a person like that, where there's some sort of adventure attached. But pretty interesting reading here, Scorpio. Definitely don't give up on whatever you're working on. I feel like you're going to see results like this quarter as well. It's not like you're going to be waiting for these results, right? So you have the Nine of Pentacles, Empress, tons of abundance. You have this companionship card. I do feel like you could be attracting a real companion. So, definitely solid for a love connection if you're looking for a new connection. You have this restlessness card. Definitely get a restless energy. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Definitely get a restless energy. Knight of Wands twice showing up in this reading. I think that restlessness needs to be channeled. So I would take your restless energy and I would put it into something, into, creating a project or working on I don't care if you create a puzzle, right, in your backyard or whatever the hell you want to do. I would I would channel it into something. I don't think it matters where we put restlessness, but I do feel restlessness is a destructive energy. We just need to channel it into something. It doesn't matter what. You have this originality card. I think you have very original ideas. For those of you working on a side hustle or whatever, I feel like you need to put more of your original ideas into what you're doing. Because it's almost like the way that you're doing things, like the way I see it in my head. Let's say you have a side hustle, right? Or even if you don't, whatever you do in life, it's like the way I see it in my head is like you're doing it the way everybody else does it. And I almost feel like there's a unique way that you could do things or you could express yourself or whatever. And I would do things that way. I feel like it'll be successful a lot faster. You have this birth card. Yeah, I would definitely be careful of getting pregnant if you don't want to get pregnant. Obviously, if you do, go for it. Obviously, if you can't get pregnant, this part of the reading isn't for you. I feel like I shouldn't have to explain that, but I do. So there you go. You could also be birthing a new idea as well. And finally, you have this independence card. Yeah, I do feel like you are very independent, and I feel like you are kind of working on being successful on your own, and you're creating that type of structure in your life with that card. But this is a pretty good reading. I like it. So definitely don't give up, but it looks good. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your quarter.